Can anyone tell me what we did on Monday?
About comparing and contrasting.
I saw your hand first.
We talked about comparing and contrasting two
Okay.
different things.
We wrote on
And we're worried about roast pork.
sticky something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you wrote water.
Today we're gonna get to write on something. We did like. We did. And if
Jay,
y'all.
I'm writing water down.
No.
Okay.
If we do have time, same as last week, or same as Monday, I guess. If we have time at the end, and y'all pay attention and work hard, we'll play Uno again.
Candy.
I did also. I brought some new candy today.
Exactly.
Who did that?
So, what? That's okay. Oh, you can still get some candy. I say I brought new candy today. Y'all told me y'all like sour stuff, so I brought some sour stuff.
What was it called?
I got some sour stuff.
Okay.
Today we're gonna write on index cards. So. Okay.
I want
Monday. So,
Pink, so everybody can see my water.
We are not writing water 50 times today. I'll give y'all a few.
different things we talked about. And then we talked about why, they're supporting,
You wanna write water, don't you?
Yeah, I sort of do. I only got two.
highlight that.
Water, 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 water,
Fine.
water, 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 water. What's the best thing in the world? Water. Where does water come from? Water.
So
But first, we're gonna read the
we
text.
didn't read on Monday, but we have
And
to
I'm
read
gonna say what
today.
I did. I didn't do something.
But if y'all want, I'll read aloud and y'all can follow along. And we'll pause after each little section and talk about it like we did a few weeks back. But we're reading something interesting today. At least I think it's interesting. We're reading about basketball. Y'all like basketball?
Yeah, not really. Not really. I play basketball, but I watch it play.
The next one we're gonna do.
That's what we're reading about. Everyone gets a sheet.
Is it on page?
We're gonna follow. Y'all are just gonna follow along with me, okay?
Okay.
Like last time, I'm gonna give each of y'all a highlighter to follow along with.
Yes.
The colors are, we got blue, and then like some red. Who wants red? Who wants blue?
Red.
Okay, highlighters.
You want this one?
I want
This one?
no.
Or this one?
Yeah.
Kel, you want this one?
Okay.
We're gonna read it together.
Right here.
We're gonna read it together. We're gonna read it together, okay?
I like things
Sorry.
like that. That's really cool. That's really awesome.
Okay.
Or like, oh, I don't know.
Totally didn't
So let's get started.
Have you ever seen somebody write their name with a highlighter?
You don't have to write your name with the highlighter if you don't want to. But we're gonna read this together and we're gonna stop and
I'm
talk
already
about it.
done.
Okay, well.
I'll read the back.
Kel.
He gonna really throw it.
Okay, well, you still have to follow along, and when I ask questions, you still gotta answer.
He's in his own world.
Is all the world okay? Jordan played baseball. It was her favorite sport. The other sports were fun, and she liked swimming too, but basketball definitely was her favorite sport. In fact, her dad was a big basketball fan and had even named her after a famous basketball player.
Michael Jordan.
So, you think it's Michael Jordan?
Yep.
Okay. What else what do we think it's gonna be about?
How's he? I think it's Caitlin Clark. I think it's gonna be how she was sucked at basketball, but she became so good at basketball. She went to the NBA. Page. Oh my gosh, no.
You put it more than 5
So remember what we're doing today. So we talked about, I guess we'll put it up so we can all look at it. We're still working on compare and contrast, so be thinking about what you think we're going to compare and contrast while we read it. Okay. Basketball is a pretty cheap sport to play in terms of equipment. So long as you have shoes and clothes and a ball, you can play. You can play with one hoop or two, but it is way more fun to have a full court to play on and several friends to do it with. Of course, you can have knee braces, expensive shoes, and some fancy jerseys if you want, but you can play without them if you want. What did we just read?
We read that basketball is really cheap and you can buy stuff that's expensive.
Anybody can play basketball.
Yeah.
Anybody, I can't play back. I can dribble, but I can't shoot.
Go.
You can play with one hoop or two hoops.
Yeah.
You can play with no backboard.
That's true. The basketball net at my house did not have a backboard.
You can play full court and half.
True. Yes.
You can play. You can play without a court.
Go play without a court. Basketball is a game of 5-on-5. There are tournaments with 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3. But official games are played with 5 players per team. There are 5 different positions: point guard, shooting guard, center, small forward, and power forward. These are kind of like hockey and soccer positions, and in that some positions are more defensive and some are more offensive. Unlike some other sports, all players can score points and there is no goalkeeper. There isn't a boring position to play. Okay. You highlighted good.
Oh, shoot! I forgot I was supposed to highlight.
If y'all want to, you can.
Okay, then I'm good.
Don't feel stressed about not highlighting. Don't feel bad that you did highlight.
So I highlighted every single one but 2 sentences for no reason.
It's for you. So now we go back and we start working on our compare and contrast, and you got some stuff highlighted.
Okay.
So what did we just?
Highlighted one.
Did you do the back?
Okay. What was that little section about?
Basketball.
Well, the whole thing.
About how like tournaments and stuff, like how many
So,
people can be on
is everyone done
teams,
reading?
it tells like the position.
Okay, so now we're gonna look at our Venn diagram.
Okay.
We're gonna write down what.
Basketball has 4 quarters.
Okay.
Teams switch directions of play after each
What did we figure
quarter.
out?
For pro games, quarters are 15 minutes, and the clock keeps moving unless there are fouls. The ball goes out of bounds, or bless you, or if the whistle blows. Yeah, it's on the good book. It's okay. It's allergy season.
We got it in December.
Okay, so what else is going on?
Oh, now I know why that was.
It's all the pollen.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's in the
Okay, what was going on during the time that she was riding the bus?
Jordan played as a point guard. That means she was just about the fastest person on the team, and it was her job to get the ball to the right person to score. She was a coordinator, the type that got lots of assistance and made big plays happen. So, Jordan plays what?
Basketball.
What position? You just said what?
Point guard.
Point
She's the
guard.
one that gets like almost all
She's
the
faster than everybody.
Oh, that means it's point guard.
Even landed, I'm amazing.
So she protested on the bus. What was she protesting? Not getting on. Okay, so she
Okay.
protested.
Her job was to get the ball to the right person to score, and she made big plays happen, and she was about the fastest person on the team.
Okay, so other things were said.
Let's start our next little section.
I think we're gonna compare and contrast like
What do you think?
baseball and basketball.
Okay.
You're thinking ahead? I mean, you're right. We are going to compare and contrast all the different sports.
Yup.
Referees watch the teams play and watch for things like tripping, charging, and double dribbling. In basketball, you can dribble, bounce the ball as you walk or run up the court, but once you stop dribbling, you can't start again. You have to pass the ball to another player or shoot toward the basket. Some players are good at blocking shots or at stealing passes. Basketball is a very fast sport moving back and forth quickly. Normal shots in the game are worth 2 points. Landon.
Okay, stop. So if they rolled
Let's zone back in. No, you're all good. I understand. There are anything from layups where you drop the ball into the hoop and shoot short shots from the court. If you're far enough out beyond the 3-point line, shots are worth more. After a foul, you can get many chances to shoot for bonus points. So what are the different types of shots?
There's a layup, yeah, there's 2-pointers, 3-pointers, and a free point.
Pretty good.
There's a 1 point.
1 point with the 1 point.
If you get fouled, you get to shoot a
Now, I'm gonna get going.
You only get 1 point.
I did not know
You
that.
can get 2 free throws, but if you make it,
Both of
then
them
you still
equals
get.
like 1 point.
If you make a free throw and you still get fouled, you only get 1.
I want y'all to read this. I want you to highlight it, find it.
If you don't make it, you get 2.
Do you want to keep up?
Okay,
I got fouled one after another.
we're flipping to the back and we're gonna read this last little
I want y'all to
section.
read these and take your time taking it in.
These free throws are worth 1 point each if you make them in. With only 5 people on the court and shots being worth 1 to 3 points, scoring in games can be pretty high. Some teams manage to score more than 100 points in a game. So how many points can you score? Or is there a limit?
You can no limit. There's not.
Mhm. Good. Jordan knew not everyone loved her sport as much as she did. She just couldn't get enough of the excitement. There was a lot of running, fast passes, and some great jumping. Basketball is pretty big in America. It was invented here, after all. Basketball is an Olympic sport too, and many countries have their own leagues, and it is especially popular in East Asia. Are you going to watch or play basketball?
Yes.
Yes.
You can play like the 80s, I think. I'm not positive. Okay, so y'all each got little note cards. Before we start the next part, I want y'all to write. Let me give y'all pencils. I want y'all to write what the main idea, what was the main thing we talked about in this.
Basketball.
Okay, what
Basketball. Any little interesting facts you picked up or anything like that? Yes.
I love it that I learned about all the positions of basketball.
Mhm.
What did he organize?
Okay. Each of y'all get a pencil. Write down your main thoughts, big ideas, all that jazz, and then we will share and we'll talk about the next time. And you can use your little note cards to write it down.
So I'll write this down first, and next story we're gonna write the other half and this on the note card. Wait, what?
On your note card, write about like the main idea of our like reading, anything important you might have noticed or picked up on,
Good, it is all very important.
and then we'll start at our next part.
My computer messed up today with my Wi-Fi, so I only have 3 phones. So could you go
Figure out what to do, and then you got out.
There's 2 pages.
We're gonna talk about
Be quick.
So, that is correct.
Y'all want me to
Just
say
like we talked about Monday. Finish reading.
Should I read? You want to read LeBron's aloud? It's 2 pages.
That was when he had his speech.
So this is the 2 pages are one story. So, we're going to read LeBron one first, and then we can read the Steph Curry. Okay? So you want me to read LeBron?
Have you done?
And y'all look on this
Okay.
as I read this out loud.
So we see that's when he gave his speech after he got out. Y'all read about what? You could have been thinking about it. Yeah, you have a lot of time to think about it. Yes.
This was called LeBron, a basketball legend.
Okay.
Pictures watched LeBron James
They're also doing basketball.
They knew he had.
Okay. Let's see. Game.
Okay. Y'all done reading?
2003.
Okay. What'd you find out? What did he go to jail for?
Was played for at least 1 year before he
So-
went to the NBA.
He didn't go to the business organized. So he was like, yo,
Yeah. Very good. So you were right earlier, Kelvin. We are going to compare and contrast basketball to other sports.
when was all this?
Can y'all find the like 3 different sports that she talks about in this passage?
Hockey.
Okay,
Hockey.
when should we say there was a
She talks
1955.
about.
So the speech was after.
Wait, you just said the 3 sports that she talks about?
Swimming.
Well, I guess it is like 4 or 5.
She talks about swimming.
Yes.
She talks. Yeah, there's technically 5. Baseball, swimming, basketball, and
So he wanted change. Okay.
He said,
The current rule
hockey and soccer
A referee, that's
So he dreams
a
of
sport,
change.
isn't it?
Okay, what did you talk about in his
I guess it could be.
Okay.
Okay. So I missed that it talked about baseball in the very beginning, but I know that some of y'all play baseball. So you're each gonna pick one of the sports. I do have little cheat sheets for some of them. We're not gonna do basketball because we all read about basketball. And I want each of y'all to write one thing on your other sticky or
We
other.
also talk about another sport.
So,
Technically, the Olympics.
so your sports to choose from. We have hockey. I got soccer. And I got swimming. You're leaving? Well, thank you. Here. What would you like? You look here. We got. Here's what we have here. I guess we'll show what we brought. We'll take a little minute break and I'll show what we brought. We got some Warheads popping candy.
Okay.
I got Kit Kats, per usual. And I got Sour Punch straws. You want Sour Punch straw? I guess all y'all deserve one right now. Oh, we take two home. Which one would you like, Helen? You want this one? And I'm guessing you want a Kit Kat? Okay. We'll take our little minute break before we start this next half and eat a piece of candy. You're welcome. So, y'all can each decide which sport y'all want. Whichever one you don't want, I'll do.
No, we'll do one more thing. You don't have to read time.
Baseball. Yeah.
So I didn't make a baseball cheat sheet, but do you know enough about baseball that you can compare and contrast? No. You do? Okay. If you think you know enough, I'll let you use your knowledge. I don't know enough about baseball, but we got hockey, soccer, and swimming. Hockey? Okay. So, I'm just, I guess, not hearing things. It was not a good throw. And I'll do swimming. And I'll think of some way to compare it. So I'll show each our little piece of candy. And then we'll start the next half.
I'm getting new Crocs.
You get some new Crocs?
They're broke.
How are they broken? Oh, they got a hole.
I bought my Crocs because I was running too fast. Look at this. Flat.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Flat. I was on white Crocs. I was running too fast and I bought this thing right here.
I need to get me some new Crocs. My pair it has seen better days.
They're out too fast.
They do break.
I like this mode. Because all I gotta do is get mad at my brother. Throw that thing
You
up.
don't like sport mode?
Yeah, I do.
I like my Crocs in sport mode. I need to be able to run in them and not worry about them falling off.
I don't want my Crocs. I don't really want my Crocs.
But I don't run in my Crocs. I'm usually in running shoes.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm, need to get somewhere fast and I'm in them, I need to be able to get there. Okay, let's start our next thing. So I want you to split. Let's take our note card, put a line down the middle.
So how you're gonna know which one you're gonna talk about
How?
is
Just right.
throw the ball.
Use symmetry. Use math.
Doesn't have to be perfect. And write basketball on one side and whatever sport you have on the other.
Basketball.
So an example is, okay.
So you're doing baseball.
You throw it to
So you'll write, I did swimming, so write basketball and then your other sport. And you're gonna write, I want you to do one fact about basketball from the article, and then one fact about your other sport. And then we'll do the next part together. Let me find my little cheat sheet.
So mine's similarity. So I'm gonna say my similarity in regards to this.
Baseball.
In regards to what we talked about, okay? So I'm
You
gonna say
can catch the ball.
Okay, you write that down.
Okay? Are y'all ready?
And like catcher, but
We're not throwing the ball forward.
basketball, no.
We're not gonna be silly.
Keyword number 25.
Like this. Not overhand. Underhand. No, no Kobe. Gracefully. Sure. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, I'm throwing it, so y'all better be ready to catch this, because I'm not telling you who I'm throwing it to. Okay. What? Okay, what did you say?
Okay.
Okay, so.
What was your one thing you wrote down
In
for
effect, how does she
each of
how
them?
did that event
catcher for baseball, and 1 hoop or 2 hoops for basketball.
Okay. Can we think of any more for each of those?
Oh, first base.
Okay. Write that down.
And
Okay. Go ahead. Show me your baseball and basketball knowledge, because I don't know a ton about baseball or basketball. I'm learning.
Martin Luther King and his speech fact or I.
Okay, so you're gonna be a fact and an idea about MLK.
Can you think of anything else?
second base.
Okay, what about the rules of baseball compared to basketball? What are our rules in baseball?
Baseball, you don't get out of the way on home plate. On home plate, if somebody's coming for the third base, you better watch out. I trucked somebody before. They were catching, and he was he was bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you better get out of my way. And he said, I'm not scared of
Fact,
him.
opinion,
Bam! His whole helmet came off.
Dang.
I told him to watch out. And I had the baseball. I had a bat and helmet on, so it hurt.
Dang. I don't
I
know.
told him to come on. I told him to get off the bat.
You need some Germex?
Huh?
You need some Germex? Your hand's sticky? Okay. Did you get time to write down your city?
No.
Okay. I'll give you a second. Listen,
Okay, that's.
they don't get candy
What
though.
about the events? So the boy
They don't get to play
fights,
none.
That looked fun.
Wait, on
in
this
between the boycott and the speech. What's
it's
the similarity?
these are, it goes first few paragraphs and then last few paragraphs.
So you know similarities between the people of the event.
We're about done. We're almost there. Cause it's what? It's 3:55.
So we're not standing up and then his speech.
I'm here till 4:15. The last 5 minutes we'll play Uno.
Or were they fighting in the same day?
So we've got to work a little bit harder these last 10 minutes or so. So it's just 2 of them.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. What's your one fact for each?
One
They
back.
were fighting in the same day.
Oh, basketball uses hands. Soccer uses feet.
Okay. Perfect.
No. Not if you're goalie.
Okay.
Hey, there's one goalie. The rest of them gotta use their feet. 2 goalies.
So that's these are our like contrastings. These are the differences between the two sports. So now if you flip it over, we're gonna figure out what each of our sports have in common.
A ball. Yeah, they both use a ball.
Are you guys okay? Let's think broader. We know they both use a ball.
Rules.
Yes. What else?
Teams. Absurd.
There are both teams.
Popular. They're popular.
They're both popular. Would you say? So you did baseball. Baseball is known as what?
Okay. Fact is that
Do you know the phrase that people call it sometimes? That baseball is America's pastime. Have you ever heard that?
Okay. So after she
And in our article, it talked about how basketball is one of the most popular sports.
Many countries play the World Cup. Basketball is known around the world.
There we go.
There's a little like that.
Do you think is baseball in the Olympics? Do they have baseball team in the Olympics? I don't think so.
No.
What about
They have
soccer?
one in middle school.
Okay.
What about soccer?
Soccer and
Is there soccer in the Olympics? Are you sure?
Yep. Good.
We have a soccer team. The U.S. women's soccer team went to the Olympics. What's not fair?
we don't got a soccer team down here.
We have a U.S. You'll have a U.S. team.
We'll have a girl team.
I think there's a men's team. They're just not as good.
Okay, so you got a minute. Sign it up.
I'm saying, there you go. That could be your aspiration.
Speech. How does
The only thing that they would put me in is goalie because I'd be better than all of them. They can put me a forward because I'm really good at scoring. I'm really good at scoring.
So what is a forward position in soccer?
Okay, listen. We used to play line position forward all the time.
So what does it do though?
You scored the goal.
You score the goal.
You scored the goal.
So
Kick the ball, kick your goalie, kick your coach, kick your friends.
if that's the person that scores the goal in soccer, what about the person that scores the goal in basketball? What are they called?
Shooting guard. Up in his pointer guard.
Okay.
What guard?
When a guard passes the ball to the buddy ball.
But yeah, if it gets back over, you can shoot it.
Oh!
Okay, so let's do a hard one. We're gonna be working on this one together. So I was working on swimming. Swimming is very different than basketball.
Yes, it is.
Okay, can
You
you?
still use your arms.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You are using your arms.
You use your legs. You flap your legs in the water. Yeah, you gotta use your legs to work. You breathe.
Okay.
Breathe.
Well, if you're swimming, you can't breathe underwater.
No, when you go for the air, you blow.
Good start. Okay.
That was a good one. I'll give you that. Is swimming, can it be a team sport or is it only individual?
Indivisible.
Oh.
You ever heard of a team sport? Have you ever seen? I don't even feel like swimming. Never mind.
So most swimming is done individually.
But there's a we can do it.
But you can do the like acrobatic swimming.
Isn't there a relay?
Is that what it's called? Well, really? I think there is, yeah. Where you tag someone else in? I think there is. In the Olympics, at least.
Yeah, I played.
Say swimming goes to the Olympics. Okay, what makes them different?
What makes them definitely stronger? Listen, in swimming,
You have to be what?
you're stronger.
And which one?
Okay, so
Swimming, yeah.
Yes.
And you have to take more practice to actually swim in basketball.
No, because basketball, you gotta know how to aim the ball. You gotta know how to bounce the ball. You gotta know how to dribble the ball through your legs. You gotta know how to juke people. You gotta know how to talk to your teammates. You gotta know your plays.
But listen. In swimming, you gotta float in your bag, swim. There's a lot of styles how to swim, and there's a lot of different ways to swim. You gotta learn all those styles. Then after that, you gotta know how to stand and float in the water and not in your bag, so you don't drown. And after that, you have to swim in very deep water without getting scared and drowning down.
I like that. I like that y'all both made very compelling arguments.
Civil rights movement.
I didn't hear it.
Similarity.
You were looking right at him.
I just heard
They was fighting for equal rights.
So,
between all races.
what's compare?
They
What? That's what we know this whole time. What is
they
comparing?
didn't know.
Compare.
You gotta compare something to each other.
You see how both of them were.
That works too.
Anything good
What's
that happened
contrasting?
about him.
Oh, you see how both of them
He didn't know somebody was gonna come in.
You don't know what contrasting means?
Jail. But they was gonna
Can we think about it? If comparing is thinking about what two things have in common, contrasting would be what?
Really think about it.
They're the same day as the speech. Okay.
You might have to get your laughing after.
Okay, what else?
Miss Eagle had not just talked to me.
I'll say if we say how swimming uses our
We're sitting now.
All the body
takes more
parts.
all the body parts, and basketball just uses your legs or just uses your arms. Those are two. Those are what?
You gotta use your lungs.
Yeah. So contrasting is what? It's thinking about what two things.
Two things.
Big diagram. So we wrote how they were different.
Yes.
Now, sticky notes.
Contrasting is how are they different?
It's not hard.
Comparing is what they have in common.
Yellow.
See, no fast is gold, and the yellow gold was 11
A
seconds.
similarity they have.
Mhm.
The event.
The second was 9 seconds. No, fastest was not 11 seconds. Honda was
What?
7 months.
Oh, sorry. Let me give you.
That's all you gotta do. Press the timer and go kick the ball.
Similarities between the events.
Okay. Papers, pencils.
Yay, Uno.
Well, we're gonna work on something else just a little bit, just for a few minutes, okay?
And we're putting it on.
It's skinny.
Are you sucking on like a candy cane?
And then we're gonna stick it on the diagram.
So,
In between some of it.
Hi.
You don't. I do not want you to read this whole thing. I do not want y'all to read this whole thing. Okay. I'm looking at you. I know you will read this whole thing. Do y'all want to? But I'll let you pick who you want to read about.
Okay.
We're still on the top. We're learning about basketball. We can read about either LeBron or Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Okay, similar.
That video there is
Let's get
so good. And not that far away.
So this article, it is long.
Okay.
We're gonna work on it. I'm not gonna write in the whole thing. We're gonna work on it next week, some, okay?
Yeah.
But I thought to have a little bit of time, y'all two are gonna get a little bit of head start. So, as you can see, it is 2 pages. We are not reading this whole thing. I want you to just read up until like where it says there's a little 5. Just read the first little half, and we're gonna talk about it, okay?
So if you in my mind or what?
You can read in your mind. If y'all want me to read it out loud, it's up to y'all. Y'all wanna read in your mind? Okay.
Don't read it all the way.
So yes, let's read a little bit, and then we're gonna talk.
Where's the font? Oh, I see the font.
Mhm.
And y'all can use evidence from the passage.
I'm almost done.
And the box.
Can also reference our large Venn diagram. Okay. Use your text. Stick it in the middle. You gotta get up off the ground. Amazing.
Okay.
Nope, we have 2 more. Okay, pink is gonna be a fact bomb.
Read up to the 5.
That's boycott.
Perfect.
Is gonna be fact about MLK and his speech.
I'm leaving.
Okay, so this is nice.
Oh man, Junior.
You're leaving, babe.
You can give me your stuff.
Good you.
Similarities, yeah.
I already know about Stephen Curry. Don't know Miss Eagle. I did a paragraph about him.
Okay, yeah.
You did.
Whole paragraph.
Well, then you're gonna be great when we.
Well, not a whole paragraph, a whole essay.
They're both like that was been.
Okay, I'm done.
Hey,
You done?
an essay, not a paragraph.
Oh.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
You can use.
So, what did y'all read about?
I read about Stephen Curry's dad still.
Yeah, I read about that Stephen Curry made Stone Gold State Warriors basketball.
Okay. What else?
That's pretty much all away from that.
That's all you read about?
NBA's 82 games in a whole season.
The Golden State won. The Golden. The Golden State only went to the playoffs one time before Steph came in.
Okay.
MLK speech.
So you said you wrote a whole essay on Steph Curry. What do you already know about him?
Martin Luther King and his
I knew that
speech.
he's
Give a
like 32
fact and it's not.
Okay. What about?
and he's like 6 foot tall, and his dad's Dale Curry, and his mom is.
No, you can put as much as you want.
Well, I know that he broke the world record of like something like millions of 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe had the world record too. But
Okay.
that was not in the NBA. That
So,
was well, but not in the NBA.
Steph Curry's a what type of basketball player? Is he amateur or professional?
Professional.
Okay. And in our little paper, we read about Jordan. Is she professional or is she an amateur?
Amateur. She's nothing.
How are they alive?
She's not nothing.
She's an amateur.
She's an amateur. Do you think an amateur can become a professional?
If they play for 10 years, probably.
Okay. Can professionals go back down to amateurs, or will they always be a professional?
I think they'll probably
If
go
they're
back down.
young, they're young, they can go back to
Cause then you got
But
your,
if they're old,
you got your prime, next you got your now.
Okay.
Cause because in your prime you're probably way more better, but now you probably like an amateur.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still be landing your
No,
feet.
it is
Okay.
fine.
Oh no, I'm an amateur.
Yeah. So y'all don't play for the NBA, so
I can't wait till I get to my prime.
do your prime. Let's read that last little bit. Okay, and then we'll be like done for the day.
What's a little bit?
Let's read the 5 paragraph and stop at 6. So that one little paragraph.
Okay.
That is true.
No, two.
Yep.
Okay.
And then last we'll do pink for Miss Rosa. Very true. Very true, very true, very true. Pink for Miss Rosa. And about her actions on the bus, not about
So,
her, okay?
can I take some of y'all's sleep?
Got it?
So,
Okay, I'm fine.
Okay, what was that last little paragraph on?
It was about how he scored 14 about basketball, and he's got 4 steals, and he had the most people getting his jersey on the team,
There we go.
and you the quarterback been asking him to win that.
So we're gonna finish this
Steph Curry played his
on
first
Monday.
game in 2009.
But y'all worked really hard today. Y'all told me compare and contrast. What's it mean?
Oh,
What we're working
compare
on.
me.
How are they like and different, and how you find which one is like if it's like kind of different, like
See, perfect.
should I look before you put your own?
Hey, don't do that.
Listen, you're gonna have to hear me listen and say what is compare and contrast every time I'm here. That is what we are working on. That is the skill we are building. Okay, give me y'all's papers.
Okay.
Papers. Highlighter.
they're non-fiction because
Oh, we got about 5 more minutes before y'all have to go move on to your next thing. So because we have 5 more minutes and y'all did what I asked, you know what that means? It does mean that I can find my deck of cards.
we're going home, babe.
Oh, dang.
You don't want to play Uno? Okay.
Okay, oh, you stacks? We getting candy when we leave.
You'll get another little small piece before we leave.
Okay. Kaden, she leave. Okay. Can we do stacks?
We're gonna play a regular game.
Dang. I wanted to stack so many.
Everyone get 7?
Yep.
Okay. Sadiq, you get to start.
Oh my goodness, you give me the best card. Alright. Okay, go and go. It's yellow? Yep.
Of course.
Draw 4. No.
How dare you do this to me?
What color is it? Blue. God's day. And let me do this. Oh, no,
No, no, it's his turn.
But you better do it, bro. Patience takes me, bro. Skip you. Nah, bro, let's skip you. You skipped her. No.
No,
I went. You went. You went.
yeah.
Most of the people
Okay.
that
Who do you say?
It's blue.
Yep.
were people that
Okay, 7.